Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for City of Greensboro news and information. The City of Greensboro will be able to help residents avoid eviction thanks to nearly $9 million in federal emergency rental assistance program funds. This will go to eligible households struggling financially due to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. The U.S. Department of Treasury allocated the financial assistance, which will be used for rent, utilities, and other related housing expenses. The city's application approval comes at a pivotal time for many residents in need. This award, earmarked for Greensboro, is part of the new $25 billion federal emergency rental assistance program established in December by Congress when it passed the Consolidated Appropriations Act of 2021. City Council will vote to adopt accepting the funds during its February 2nd meeting. Meanwhile, the Neighborhood Development Department is preparing a request for qualifications. Experienced community partners are encouraged to apply as program administrators for processing applications to distribute the financial assistance. The Greensboro Planning Department invites the community to share ideas, concerns, and priorities about how the City of Greensboro can help reduce its carbon footprint. City staff wants public input in developing a 20-year Strategic Energy Plan, or SEP, which will be complete with goals, strategies, and a timeline for execution. Jeff Sovich, the city's senior planner, said the SEP will help Greensboro achieve its goals for reducing greenhouse gas emissions. SEP will also include ways to reduce residents' energy cost burden and ensure a just transition to renewable energy for our community. If you missed the virtual public listening session on Wednesday, January 27th, there will be other opportunities to share thoughts and suggestions with city staff. Visit the city's website for more information and updates about the process. The United House of Prayer for All People is adding Bailey Village at New Downtown East to the list of Invest East developments. Bailey Village, an exciting new mixed-use development, will include 172 luxury apartments, walkable internal streets, ample parking, and a unique linear green space that will serve as a recreational and activity area for residents and their dogs. Future development will include up to 30,000 square feet of anchor grocery store, along with up to 6,000 square feet of retail and restaurants. Bailey Village at New Downtown East is located at 900 East Market Street. The 14-acre site formerly served as a U.S. post office and was purchased in 2005 by the United House of Prayer. Factors influencing the site development include its close proximity to North Carolina A&T and Bennett College, the ongoing growth and development occurring in downtown Greensboro, and the market demands for additional rental housing and retail. Throughout the planning and design process, the United House of Prayer worked closely with community leaders and other key stakeholders to present a development and response to the community needs of East Greensboro. The city developed a partnership with Cone Health to share a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Following these tips is an easy way to help each of us improve our quality of life. Let's take a moment to check out today's News for Your Health.
It is estimated that 30 to 40% of children do not get enough sleep. Does your child get enough rest? So sleep is so important to health, whether you're 8 or 80 years old. It's a time for your body to restore and rebuild and for your brain to process all of the new information it's learned throughout the day. But it's even more important for children and teenagers because it has such a direct impact on their physical and mental development. According to the National Sleep Foundation, children between the ages of 1 to 2 need 11 to 14 hours of sleep throughout a 24-hour period. Ages 3 to 5 need 11 to 13 hours of sleep throughout a 24-hour period. School-aged children between 6 and 13 need 9 to 11 hours of sleep at night. And teenagers between 14 and 17 years need 8 to 10 hours of sleep at night. But teenagers, when they hit puberty, it does affect their sleep-wake cycle, so it does make it harder for them to fall asleep in an earlier hour. So signs that your child may not be getting enough sleep if they have hyperactivity, trouble focusing in school, a very difficult time waking them up in the mornings, or falling asleep at school. So what can we as parents do to ensure that our child gets a good night's rest? First, you need to make sleep a priority in your house. Educate your children on why sleep is important and why they need so much sleep, and be a good role model as a parent and let them see that sleep is a priority to you. Next, you need to be consistent. And be consistent bedtime and wake-up times, regardless whether it's a weekday, a weekend, or a school break. It's okay to occasionally let your child stay up later than normal or sleep in later than normal, but don't make this a habit, because this will make it harder for them to get back into their routine, and it may lead to sleep problems. They also need a consistent bedtime routine. For younger children, this could be taking a warm bath, reading them a book, having a few minutes of snuggle time. For older children and teenagers, it can be a hot shower, reading themselves a book, or listening to calming music. You do want to limit screen time and keep all electronic devices out of the bedroom. Electronic devices such as TVs, cell phones, laptops, tablets, all of these can seriously impact your child's ability to fall asleep and stay asleep. The lights and glow from these devices actually stimulate their brain. It can cause frequent awakenings throughout the night. Next, you need to limit their caffeine. Sodas, coffee drinks, energy drinks, all of these will stimulate the child and make it very hard for them to fall asleep. And you also need to be aware of chocolate, because it also has caffeine in it. Next, you need to get your child exercising. Anything to keep them active during the day will help them sleep better at night. And keep your child's bedroom comfortable. A cool temperature is the ideal sleeping environment. You might want to consider room darkening shades if there's outside light that interferes with their sleep. And a white noise machine can always be good to help drown out outside noise. When children get the recommended hours of sleep, it helps them focus better, whether it's a toddler learning how to walk or a teenager learning how to drive. Studies show that when children get the hours of sleep that they need, they're less likely to make unhealthy choices, they're less likely to have behavior problems, and teenagers are less likely to have car accidents. If you're still concerned about your child's sleep patterns, please consult your child's pediatrician or family physician. They may want to order a sleep study for your child at our sleep disorder center. Most sleep disorders can be easily diagnosed and treated. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you found these tips helpful. For more information, go to conehealth.com/sleep. I'm Ginger Van Ness.
As the federal and state officials work out the wrinkles in the vaccine distribution, there's a criminal element taking advantage of the vaccine shortage situation. Beware of potential scam artists. We'll have that story and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The opportunity for fraud and scams related to COVID-19 testing and vaccines is running rampant, according to the Guilford County Family Justice Center. Residents are encouraged to be vigilant and know the facts to reduce the chance of being a victim. There is no cost to gain early access to the COVID-19 vaccine or to be placed on a waiting list. People will not be going door to door to solicit residents to receive a COVID-19 vaccine or test. As with any offers, do not share your personal or financial information with an unknown person over the phone, through email, or text messages. If you do not know the person offering you a COVID-19 vaccine, such as a doctor or healthcare worker, think twice before accepting it and verify their identity first. For other tips and more COVID-19 information, visit the county's Health and Human Services website or call 336-641-7777. Guilford County reported a drastic rise in COVID-19 cases and a steady climb in the positivity rate following the holidays. As a result, the city of Greensboro is modifying operating hours at some of its facilities as a way to safeguard employees and the public. Central Library is offering grab-and-go service on Mondays through Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Customers will have 30 minutes to browse and select materials once a day. Access to branch locations is limited to customers with appointments for computer use. Central Library and all branch locations will continue offering non-recreational computer use by appointment only. These are 1-hour appointments available Mondays through Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. All library locations will continue to offer curbside pickup on Mondays through Thursdays from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and on weekends from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. For the latest news, vaccine information, and service changes, visit the city's COVID-19 webpage. The majority of our shops in downtown Greensboro are locally owned and operated. Many of the employees who work at these businesses represent family, friends, and neighbors. Please take the time to stroll downtown and shop local. Downtown Greensboro Incorporated is offering a monetary incentive for the community to keep supporting local shops and restaurants with a new program called #DGSO2Go. Simply spend a minimum of $25, upload a copy of your receipt, and you'll be entered to win $500. As a win-win scenario, the business you support will also win $500. Put on your mask and head downtown to visit a boutique, order dinner, or spend that stimulus. Retail therapy just got a whole lot better. The sweepstakes runs weekly through the winter. Greensboro is poised to be the first city to offer a unique training opportunity for those who want to start their own business and be their own boss. Coming up after the break, find out what it takes to be a CEO. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The pandemic sent unemployment claims through the roof, with the U.S. reporting record numbers since the Great Depression. For many essential workers, this caused a sink or swim scenario. Joining me now to tell us about a program designed to help underemployed people reinvent themselves is Chris Rivera. He is the director of Greensboro's Workforce Development Department. Hello, Chris. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Carla.
Absolutely. Now, the pandemic certainly sent people into a tailspin. Sometimes you had notice, and other times not so much, as some of our industries had to shut down immediately. How did displaced workers use the pandemic to their advantage?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. I think a lot of people have had to just figure it out along the way. You kind of framed that, really well, in that, you have some notice to no notice, and those that are caught with no notice have just kind of had to make do. We find that as individuals are not able to readily get back into the workforce, there are individuals that are looking to take their passion and turn it into some sort of business. So it's encouraging. They're having to balance between staying at home with kids, or getting back into the workplace. So a lot of that yo-yoing is making it very interesting right now.
That is a unique approach. I never thought of it that way. People did, as you said, have more downtime, so to speak, because they were sidelined from their day job, and then it's great to have a passion that you could parlay into something monetary. Now, Greensboro is being given this invitation for a very unique opportunity to be the first to take part in a national CEO cohort. What is that about?
Yeah, so a few weeks ago we were contacted by an organization called Public Consulting Group, and they are this national firm that works with municipalities, workforce development, and economic development agencies to help refine or build programs to better serve their constituents and those that they serve. This program that they have developed is called CE-O, light bulb. I can be my own boss, which is the first of its kind to be fully online to teach people how to take that passion and turn it into a business. So we're really excited to be one of the municipalities and workforce agencies to be invited to participate in this, and I think it'll be really good for our community.
Well, I think this certainly speaks to the caliber of resources and the services that you provide through Guilford Works, that you were recognized from all cities across this country to be the first. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
When did the training sessions begin, and what can people expect? Because I'm sure the idea of being your own boss can be a little daunting.
Daunting but exciting. So recruitment for this particular cohort will begin on February the 1st, with classes kicking off fully online on March 1st. The agency will be holding an information session on February the 15th for individuals to learn more about that, but they'll be able to go ahead and express the interest to begin that process. Things that they'll learn in this particular cohort, it's 8 weeks long. It's not a huge time commitment. It's about 2 hours per day, 10.5 hours in the week. They begin with the basics of entrepreneurship. They help you, really flush out what your ideas are. They get into the whole concept of developing business plans, identifying resources. They deal in economics, market research, and all of those things that people would need to give some thought to create their own business.
Okay, well, it's nice to know that it's going to be feasible if it's 2-hour commitment daily and 8 weeks total. I think most people would be willing to sign on for that. Is there a cost for people to learn how to become a CEO?
Not at all. So this particular cohort is being underwritten by a grant that's being provided through Clark University. Another interesting thing about this as well, in addition to not having a cost, they actually pair you with business mentors to help you kind of conceptualize this. So I think that the expertise of those who have grown businesses from the ground up to help you kind of actualize what it is that you're looking to do is a really great added bonus.
Oh, the fact that it's free, you're not going to be in the wind on your own. You'll have an actual mentor who has gone before you and done the very same thing. I think those are all fabulous aspects of this cohort. And as we look at this, and you've come before with other opportunities like Coursera and just all kinds of ways for people to literally reinvent themselves, what do you see as the job forecast as we come into 2021?
I don't have that crystal ball. I'd like to think that we're, entering that recovery stage. I know that we've recently extended some stay-at-home orders and things of the like. Businesses are hiring. However, people are not fully capable of getting back into the workforce. So as our economy continues to improve, we see this as another mechanism for people to be able to create work for themselves, income for their households, and things of the like.
Absolutely, yes. Now, how can residents sign up for the CEO training?
Yeah, if individuals go to our website, which is guilfordworks.org, there is a landing page for the CEO initiative. They'll complete the interest application or simply just name, phone number, and email address, and a member of our team will reach out to them to go ahead and begin that process.
Okay, well, I'm excited. This sounds like a really great opportunity. You always have these really wonderful moments to highlight Guilford Works, but you highlight us not only in Guilford County, but throughout the state and the country. Well, Chris, thank you for always being willing to stop by to promote these great programs, and this is yet another amazing opportunity for free. Come back and keep us posted on how this turned out and any other projects that you have coming along.
Will do. Thank you.
Thank you. Stay tuned for some useful information about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That's coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. One way to stay informed about decisions that impact our city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesday of the month. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. Due to COVID-19, the City Council is meeting virtually. The Greensboro City Council meetings are broadcast right here on GTN. The meetings are also streamed live on the city's website and on Roku. City Council meetings usually take place on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building, located at 300 West Washington Street. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. Guilford County approved a Board of Health, or BOH, rule to address violations to Governor Cooper's Executive Order 176, requiring the use of face coverings and reducing the occupancy limits of most indoor activities. The action became effective in December and remains in effect until it's modified or rescinded. The civil restrictions enacted by the BOH rule affects all Guilford County residents. Residents can report violations to the COVID-19 enforcement hotline at 336-373-2064. The primary goal is to achieve voluntary compliance through education. Enforcement under the BOH rule is at the sole discretion of the enforcing officer and is subject to immediately issuing civil penalties. A penalty of $300 will be issued for a first assessed violation, $400 for a second violation, and $500 for each additional violation by the same responsible party. A civil penalty of $100 will be issued per person in excess of the facility's capacity limits established by the governor's executive order. To review the Guilford County Board of Health rule and all the civil penalties, please visit the county's website. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight, but first we have an important message about COVID-19.
Remember the 3 W's. Wear a cloth face mask covering, wait 6 feet from others, and wash your hands often. By working together, we can adjust to this new normal and continue to save lives.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. The Water Resources Department has partnered with the Guilford County Emergency Management to keep residents better informed about urgent water and sewer system issues. The Guilford Emergency Alert Notification Information System, or GENI, sends critical information directly to residents located within impacted areas. The free service delivers notifications via cell phone, landline, or email and can include alerts related to emergencies such as city water main breaks and other infrastructure failures and boil water advisories. Residents can also opt in for notifications related to natural disasters and other emergencies. GENI is a quick, easy, and effective way to stay informed and safe. To register for GENI notifications, please visit the county's website. Straight ahead on the other side of the break is this week's Way to Go GSO shout out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout out. This week's shout out goes to the Greensboro Parks and Recreation. Staff will provide summer fun in February with a kids' activity kit featuring games and crafts such as frisbees, kites, a wind chime craft, sunglasses, and paddleball equipment. For more socially distanced or virtual activities, visit the city's website. Please remember, as more places continue to open, wear your face covering, wait 6 feet apart, and wash your hands often. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Alexa users can subscribe to our 5-minute flash briefings, which airs on 90.1 FM. Be sure to download our weekly podcast, Talk City Greensboro, and now GTN is streaming on Roku. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.